Hi everyone! Happy Thanksgiving. This is Thanksgiving Day in Canada, and I wanted to to say how I'm grateful for the wonderful community I created here on YouTube and on Patreon. And thank you so much, guys, for your support and for stitching with me. And I will be forever grateful for that. And to celebrate this, I'm giving away 3 needle minders like this to the first 3 stitchers who will finish this project. And we have a first winner already. And this is Christina. And this is her project. Look how stunning is this. She made a little touch of Brazilian embroidery style, and I really like how her sunflowers looks like. So congratulations to Christina for winning this needle minder. And sorry. In this video I'm going to be stitching those flowers. Here we have the flower which looks like magnolia. You know, in Ukrainian this is a very common flower we plant close to the vegetable garden and houses. And this one, I don't know how to call it, I just draw it. I don't know how to call this flower. Well, I will be stitching this and you will let me know in the comments which flower it looks like. It's gonna be purple. I'm gonna use those 2 colors. I will start from the light color and I will move to the dark, to the closer to the bottom, or backwards. No, yeah, backwards. I will start from the dark color and then I will make on the bottom lighter color. So it's gonna look like the top flowers are not open yet, and they are usually look darker, and then those flowers which are opened is gonna be lighter. So this is how I will do, and I will use those green colors for the leaves and the stems for both flowers. And for those magnolia flowers, I'm not sure which color I will go to. It can be this one or this one. I'm not sure yet, but they are both multicolored. And this is DMC 4200 and the left one is 4210. So both can be probably great. I will try those and I will see how I look, if I like it or not. So yeah, let's start stitching it. I will place my embroideries into the hoop stand, so give me a minute. And I also need you to see everything, so I will make a few adjustments. Okay, I think it's gonna be perfect. So which flower should I start from? Okay, I will stitch this one because I know exactly which color I want to go with. So I will start with a darker color and I'm gonna use 3 strands. And I'm gonna go with French knots. You already did French knots for those flowers, so you should know how to do it. And I will start from this flower, then I will jump here and then here and here. So I like to start from the top, I come up and I make 2 or 3 wrappings like this. If you want to learn more about French knots, I have a special video tutorial specifically for this kind of stitch, and I walk you through all 6 common mistakes people can do when they are trying to do French knots. So this is a highly recommended video to watch. I was working on that tutorial very hard and I'm glad that it's so popular right now. And I'm receiving a lot of comments from people who finally figured out how to do French knots thanks to my video tutorial. So this tutorial is really great. You can replace this stitch maybe with a really teeny lazy daisies and make this flower look like lavender or something like that. So I will make one more stitch here on the left side and I will jump to the next flower. And you can also make like a few stitches like here and there, so it's gonna look like it's a soft transition from one color to another, like this one. You will see how it's gonna transition when I will fill all the rest with the next color, so you will understand what I mean. So I'm leaving space between those, so I will fill it with another color later. You can make 2 or 3 wraps, and closer to the top I think it's reasonable to make only 2 wraps or 1 wrap. It depends, and it will give you an effect that the flower size is reducing when you are moving to the top. Let's try 2 wraps here, so it's gonna look more natural visually. A few times 2 wraps, and here I will make only 1 wrap, and it's gonna give us a smaller French knot, so you can play with this. Like this. So now I'm gonna jump here. Let me know, guys, how is your Thanksgiving going if you are from Canada? What do you usually do? Do you meet with your family? Do you have a full table of different dishes? What kind of dishes do you cook for Thanksgiving? Is there something special you cook? I have never been invited to the Thanksgiving, like a Canadian Thanksgiving, so I don't know what do you guys usually cook, but I'm really curious. And I know that in United States, Thanksgiving in the end of November, right? Why is this like so far away from Canadian one? Or what's the difference? That's also interesting to know. Let me zoom it a little bit more so you could see what I do. I love French knots, they are so meditating to make. I think I could embroider anything with French knots. It's like little pixels you can make, and one by one, and you can create an entire picture. So I hope I will have enough thread to finish this next flower, the last one. How do you usually call this situation? A chicken thread? Sometimes it happens. And for the French knots, I usually need like more threads to be able to do them. So yeah, I lost my thread on the back side. Okay, I will finish it later. Okay, or should I finish it now? This tail is hanging on the back side. I will try to thread it and park it on the left side. Are you guys here? let me know in the chat so I could see that somebody's watching me stitching and not alone talking to myself. Right now I'm trying to thread my needle on the back side. Hold on 1 minute. Hi Erin, thank you so much that you are here. Are you stitching with me? Okay, I parked that thread and I'm starting a new one, and this is the color that I will go with now. And I also use 3 strands. And here on the bottom you can go with all 3 wraps. And if you can make even bigger French knots if you want, by using 4 strands of floss. It just depends on how big you want to make your French knots. I don't usually make more than 3 wraps, because otherwise it will create some kind of different stitch, and it's not gonna look like a French knot. It's gonna look like a boolean stitch or something like that. So if I want to make bigger French knots, I just take more threads. So here I want to make it look okay. I'm jumping here. And I fill all the blank spaces here for those flowers. You can also use some variegated threads, and the part of the thread which goes from the darker to the lighter shade, and try to make a gradient. It would look also really cute. And there are different kind of varied and multicolored threads where you can find purple, blue and pink colors, and yeah, just look what you have and play with those threads, because they are perfect for this kind of flowers. and yeah, it sometimes can be hard to go through all those wraps if you work with a regular embroidery needle. The eye of this needle can be wider than the rest part of the needle, so I recommend to try some milliner needles if you have. For French knots, they are perfect. Right now I'm using a regular embroidery needle, medium size, and it's sometimes hard to go through, but okay, I see that I will start a new thread because it's getting, as the thread becomes shorter, it's getting more and more uncomfortable to make French knots. So I'm separating threads one by one carefully, and I'm let it to unwind as usual. Today is rainy, and yeah, it's dark outside. It looks like it's already evening, but it's yesterday it was a really nice sunny day, so we went for a walk. Erin says that we are in a drought. A drought? What is this drought? It's like dry weather. And I've been watering my flowers, but all day I would love to have some rain also to cool down the temperature. Where do you live? It's probably a different part of the planet because here in Canada it's getting cold. I'm wearing a almost winter jacket and a hat, and yeah, it's pretty cold already. But we have leaves on the trees and they are colorful. And today it was rainy, and on Saturday it was rainy also. Now it looks like lilacs or something like that, but it's not lilacs. Lilacs are spring flowers. We need to find some autumn flowers like that. At least summer flowers. To call it somehow. I don't know how to call those flowers. I just draw it from my head, and then now I'm thinking, what kind of flowers is that? I'm in southern Louisiana. Okay, far away, pretty far away from me. Where are tropical only without the rain lately, still hot. And I'd love some cool weather and autumn views. So you don't have any yellow and orange leaves on the trees? It doesn't look like autumn, it still looks like summer. Okay, so now we can start to make a stem, or oh, we have one more flower here. Okay, I will stitch it later. So we can do a stem, or we can stitch leaves. I usually start with the leaves, so let's go with this color. Okay, I have some piece of thread. It's pretty short, but I'm gonna use it. Okay, so how much is that? It's 5 strands. Okay. I will also use 3 strands. I like using 3 strands. So that's this is the number of the color which I'm gonna use right now. Erin says your purple gradient looks pretty. Thank you. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 leaves here and 2 more leaves on the bottom. I will also probably use the same color for those flowers as well. So I will start here and I will be moving to the right. And this is just a satin stitch, or you can find on the internet it also calls a leaf stitch. So yeah, nothing special. I just do 1 stitch in the middle, and then I add 1 stitch on the right side and 1 stitch on the left side, and so on. And I move down each time I make the stitch. So that shouldn't be any complicated, like nothing complicated. I'm just skipping about 1 millimeter when I move down. Okay, I'm jumping to the top. Okay, I will start a new thread now, and I will park it for later. Erin says that these leaves are much easier than the pumpkin leaves we did 3 times. 3 times leaves, 3 times because I just couldn't get it right. I'm happy with them now, but I was a lot of work. Yeah, it was a lot of work. You needed some practice because that leaf is bigger and you just follow it the right stitch direction so they look natural. Yeah, sometimes you need to put some more practice to get it right, and that's normal completely. I'm glad that you had 4 different leaf shapes to practice, because the more you repeat the same thing, the more your hands will remember what to do next time. So are you in our Discord chat group? If you are there, please share your pictures and we will see how is your progress looks like, and if you need some help we can help just when you need it, you know. If I'm not there, somebody is there and somebody can reply you and help you. If you don't have a link to Discord chat, please let me know somehow, maybe on Facebook or Instagram, and I will send you the invite link. But basically this is a chat for all the patrons, all the members of the Stitch Club, and we help each other there and we share our progress. And if you will finish one of the first 3 people, so you have not joined yet. Okay. Do you have the link? Should I send it to you somehow? Because I don't know how I will send it on YouTube. You just need to contact me somewhere by email, YouTube, Instagram, somehow, and I will send you the link. and I will make a post today with some instructions, and I will provide the link to our Discord chat once more, so maybe somebody who didn't see it will join us. And yeah, it is fun when we stitch together the same project and share the project progress. Okay, I have a chicken thread here. Okay, so I will probably stitch those 2 leaves later, and we will switch to the stems. And for the stems, I will use this thread. And I will use just 2 strands right now. And it's going to be a stem stitch. So now I need to plan it a little bit, so how I will do it. So we have a long stem here, short one here, long stem here, and short here. I can start here, I will move down till this point, and I will go back and finish this stem, and then I will jump here probably. It's gonna be a long thread on the back side. So if your fabric is transparent, it's better to not do it and do it another way. But I just don't want to flip my hoop to the back side to show it how I do it, but I was showing it in some other video how to jump carefully. So it can be stem stitch, it can be split stitch, it can be just back stitch or whipped back stitch. Here you can use any kind of stitch you like the most. All of them are going to be good for the stems. Now I go here and stitch this part. And instead of like jumping from here to here and make a long thread, or you can jump to here, for example, you can whip all your existing stitches on the back side like here or here, and then you jump like, for example, to this place on the back side. And this distance is going to be shorter and less visible, rather than if you would jump from here to here. So let's do it this way. We also have a little stem for this flower here, and for this flower too, right here. And now I'm gonna go back here and continue doing the stem stitch to the bottom. Okay, and I go back here to make this stem for this part of the flower. And that's it for this flower. I will stitch this part later. So now let's start stitching this flower, and I will probably start from the flowers first as usual, and then I will do the leaves, and then the last part is going to be for the stems. Which color should I go with? This looks too dark as to me right now. This one should look much better, so I will start with this one. And it's going to be also 3 strands, and I will make like a teeny rose. I will use 3 strands, and I have a plan for this flower. I will start it with a French knot, and then I will build petals around this French knot with stem stitch. You will see how it looks like. You can also do a teeny woven rose, but it's probably too teeny for this kind of stitch. So let's go with French knot and stem stitch. So my thread, it changes the color from the pink to the red to the light pink, and it also have some orange here, and again some pink, so each flower will look differently, and it will look really fun probably to stitch. So I will start probably here. So I make a knot, I do 3 wraps, and I make a French knot in the center of this flower. And now I come up on the right side, and I will be making stem stitch around it. Let's try it. So I make a loop, I keep it with my left hand. Let's see how it looks like with 3 strands, and later I will think and maybe I will use all 6 strands. Let's see how it looks. We can also try the stitch that Christina did for her flowers, and I don't know, I never tried it. This one is cute. Let me know if you like it. And the color is changed to the dark orange. It takes some time to make it, but it's totally worth it, I think. I see that my center of the flower is shifted to the left side, so I will build one more row of the stem stitch on this side to fill this space, and it's gonna look like we are looking to this flower from the side, so that's fine. Okay. It's done for this flower, so we move to the next one. You can jump from here to here or wherever you like. I'm jumping here. French knot first. And now we do stem stitch. See how different each flower looks like. It's so cute. I'm not sure if it looks like magnolia flower that I was originally planted, but it's fine. Okay, one of the threads is longer here, this one. And each flower becomes smaller and smaller as I move to the top, which creates an illusion that the top flowers are not fully opened and the bottom flowers are fully open. So that's how it was planned. If you have any ideas how you would stitch those flowers in a different way, let me know in the comments. If you're watching in replay, I would be really interesting to know which kind of stitch you would use, which strategy you would use here. This is what I came up with. Maybe it's not the best for you. Let's talk about this. Hi Audrey. Thank you so much for watching my live. So yeah, that's how I will be stitching this flower. And yeah, it takes time. We are already 1 hour on this live stream, so maybe I will go live later and I will show you the finished look of this flower, and we will continue stitching on Wednesday, and we will be stitching the sunflower. I will be practicing this flower tomorrow probably. I will be choosing the colors. I already have the palette, the color palette that I shared on Patreon and Substack, but yeah, sometimes you don't know which strategy you should go with, so I need some practice. So yeah, let's catch up later and I will quickly show you the result for this flower, and we will see you again on Wednesday. Thank you so much for coming, thank you so much for chatting with me today, and I will see you next time. Thank you, Erin. Bye guys. Thanks, Audrey.